You're listening to the official Audio Heavy podcast. This is the Anvil.
We got 2 ones in our new episode, because it's episode 11. And Regina just scoffs. What's up? Welcome to the 11th episode of the Anvil, your podcast for music fans with short attention spans. They call me the virus. My name is Cyrus.
And I'm Regina.
Unfortunately, Kurt Demented won't be able to join us despite the fact that he's just behind us, trying to man the technicals of this podcast. He said his brain is fried right now because he just came from a 3-hour class.
He was probably just sleeping.
Probably, yeah.
Regina.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have a very special episode for you this week because what we're gonna do is we're gonna be playing music from our very, very amazing bands from the city of Pines, Baguio City.
Ooh, Baguio.
Apparently there is a very, very active and brimming community of musicians in the summer capital of the Philippines. So,
Even dancers.
really?
Yes.
Do tell in a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So apparently Baguio offers, based on what Regina said, Baguio offers a very, very potent pool of talent.
Of all sorts.
Of all sorts. We're going to talk about a specific project that a certain singer of a certain winner of the 2000, or a certain winner of a Musiklaban leg, or rather Musiklaban edition, in just a bit. In the meantime, let's start things off with music from a band called Fluid. That's Fluidde. Taken off the Fluid. You can actually read it as Fluid. Just kind of hard,
Fluid.
Fluid
D.
or Fluid or Fluid. How do you say that? Comment on this, people who are listening. Fluid. Taking off their EP called The Darkest Days Are Over. The Darkest Days Have Come. It was released a few weeks ago.
I like their cover.
Yeah, it's really nice. And I bet the music is even nicer. I've run through I've run through the EP one time, and then as far as I know, as far as I've heard, it's really nice.
Let's hear it.
Here's Darkest Days from Fluid on the Anvil, exclusive to digradio.ph.
When now you meet me, realize that life is so important. Since I day, yeah, I see my soul in the face, get the one within. So hit the sky, get so very high, make a sin. This you walk, you suck like they, your face is big. It's like a break falling in my skin, make a spin. I know you're still vanilla, that can make me real. So get on time and get me high, or you're not this right. Darkest days have come. Darkest days have come.
This is the Anvil, brought to you by Audio Heavy Entertainment, exclusive to digradio.ph. That was music from Fluid called Darkest Days, taken off the EP.
Finally, your mic's on.
Yeah, what?
Finally,
Yeah.
your mic is on.
Because earlier, I tried to do that, and, you know, it was off. So we had no choice. Taking off the EP, The Darkest Days Have Gone. What I was talking about earlier, with regards to certain frontmen doing some sort of a project, I'm talking about Rohan Remando, who fronts the band Ibarra. He has a project right now. It's called indienorte.com.
Which is
It's basically a website that focuses on musicians, on bands that are based in the north, not just exclusively to Baguio City.
so all over.
Yep.
Pretty much.
It's a very good project because we need more websites like that. We need more avenues like that for bands who are far away, that are far away from the heart of the music scene, to be able to make themselves heard.
Right, they need the spotlight.
Yeah, and there are very many talents that come from the city of Baguio, and we are showcasing some of them on this episode. You're going to be hearing music from Rohan Remando's band Ibarra at the end of the show. And for trivia for you, Ibarra used to be called Hard Boiled Eggs
What?
with a Z. Hard Boiled Eggs.
What happened?
They just, I think, as far as I know, they just regrouped, renamed themselves to Ibarra, and changed their sound a bit. Hard Boiled Eggs is, I think, the 2006 champions of the Red Horse Beer Musiklaban.
Oh, it sounds very Asian.
Yep. And I've had the opportunity to watch Hard Boiled Eggs a long time ago. Their music is very heavy. It's really nice, actually.
How long ago was this?
They won 2006. I think I caught them live 2008.
Oh,
If memory serves me right. But they have new material coming out very soon, and it's bound to be really, really interesting. I've heard Neon Genesis from Ibarra, and might I add, it's really amazing.
ew.
Oh,
I'm
come on.
so out of it. I just came from a nap.
Yeah. My co-hosts are sort of, not in the groove today. One just got out of a nap, and one's just, high from class. I mean, it's a 3-hour class. Come on.
Bam.
I think you were describing it in the wrong way, but I'm telling you, you try and sit through 3 hours of politics and governance, and somehow or not, you will somehow get really, really just, ugh.
Well, I've gone through that, sort of. It's just an hour and a half, but the teacher was an asshole. I mean, the teacher was so difficult to deal with. And I ended up, failing the subject and retaking it the next semester. My
Good
God.
job. Good job.
But I was able to finally pass the subject because the teacher was different. God knows if I had the same teacher the next semester, I would have failed it again. And again. And again. Good thing I didn't. Enough of classes, political stuff, and what have you. We have our next song. This is from another band from the city of Baguio. They go by the name Zephaniah, and they have an EP out as well. It's called The Battle City. Give a listen to Believe on digradio.ph's The Anvil. Haha. You're still listening to the podcast for music fans with short attention spans. This is the Anvil exclusive to digradio.ph. You just heard music from Zephaniah, something called Believe.
Believe.
Believe. Man, seriously, what is wrong with you two? Like, am I the only one who's alive right now?
Maybe I shouldn't have taken a nap.
Yeah, you shouldn't have.
But then I would have been dozing off anyway.
Could have just, lit a cigarette or something. Got some coffee.
Coffee makes me nervous.
Danced around, jump up and down,
No.
something like that. In case you're wondering what kind of music we're playing for you right now, we're actually playing music from our brothers from the north, more specifically from the city of Baguio. This is
Brother
our
from another mother.
oh yeah, this is our Baguio special here on the Anvil. We decided to do this because hey, there is an entirely different world out there, outside Manila, and these guys deserve to be heard as well. These guys deserve to be heard as much as the next band. Because there's all this talent, and it's just sometimes a shame that not too many people hear it. I mean, outside their area.
Right. It's kind of like a lot of artists
Yeah.
in the States where you can only get noticed if you go to LA or New York.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's kind of like here, you have to go here in Manila, the metro, to.
To be heard.
But even then, some of the people here don't.
Yeah,
get
actually.
heard.
Because the competition is very stiff right now. Like, the internet has afforded us immediate access to music, but at the same time, it's sort of just, leveled the playing field to an extent that, the big ones, the small ones, the only difference is really the name.
And we're also kind of competing with the international
Yes, exactly.
artists.
Exactly.
So it's like everyone likes mainstream, and it's kind of hard for locals too.
Yeah, very much so.
Unless you go on like Showtime, not hating on those artists, but I mean,
It's the mainstream media, so it
Right.
guarantees bigger exposure.
But even there, they are singing not local or original stuff.
Well, that's just the way it is. The
Ew.
international ones are, easier to recognize. That's why it's the go-to collection of music. Because even with dancers who go on
Oh,
shows
definitely.
like that, like all the music that's used is like international. Your thoughts about that? I mean, you're in a crew.
It's also hard to get known here in the Philippines because you'd have to be a very established dancer to even be able to teach at a studio.
Yeah.
Not because you're good, but you also have to have a name, which sucks.
But then again, isn't that the case for everything?
Ugh.
It all rides in your reputation, in your credibility, and your name.
In the States, when people hire usually for studio dancers, they usually hold it's through friends, or they hold an audition, and whoever's good, you get to teach.
Oh, well, that's nice for a change. It's
But
not just-
here, it's just different.
yeah, it's an entirely different world.
Boo hoo.
Going back to the subject of musicians outside of the metro, it's very good though that they have their own scenes in their own areas. It's very much alive and active. I mean, the north is one, Baguio is one. We also have movements in Laguna, in Olongapo City. Did I just say Olongapo? God. Let me do that again in Olongapo City. There you go. In Davao,
Olongapo.
of course, in Cebu. So there are a lot of
Cebu.
Cebu. There, happy?
No.
Of course not. You're sleepy. But yeah, going back to my point, there are a lot of scenes all around the Philippines. It's just that it just takes a matter of the movers and the shakers in those scenes to do something about it. Like, say, for instance, the guys from the north are starting to do something. It was actually introduced to me. The website indienorte.com was actually introduced to me by singer guitarist Jello Lagasca of the Low Techs, and of course, the singer of Even, Dian Licodine. Even is also a winner of the Music Laban band competition in 2008, if memory serves me right, or 2009. The year escapes me, but yeah, it's a good thing that they're doing something to spread their music to even more people.
Like what we're doing now.
Yes, exactly. And what we're doing now is just basically, assisting in their cause, and the cause of all musicians, if most musicians, if not all musicians in the country. There's a cockroach right in front of us, and that sort of distracted Regina, and in turn it distracted me. It's just a small
Okay, no,
cockroach.
No, I'll just flick it. Hang on.
And
Don't use the album.
Don't tell us that. It was the first thing I reached to.
Go sit down, you person.
It was a reflex. It was a reflex. Just because we're using an album to try to kill a small cockroach doesn't mean we don't like the album. We don't like the music. It was just out of reflex and panic.
Kapalo.
I mean, who wouldn't be afraid of a cockroach, especially if it's flying?
Oh yeah.
It's just one of the scariest things ever, especially when you're taking a piss and you're so into it, and then you see a cockroach by the wall and then it starts flying out. How the hell are you gonna deal with that, guys? This is
Wave your pee.
these are our parting questions for you, which you can answer through the YouTube page or through the audio heavy page when we post this episode. How the hell are you going to deal with a cockroach, a flying cockroach, when you're taking a piss? For women, it's harder because you're sitting down. For guys, it's messier. I can only assume.
You can't stop pee, right? Or it just goes.
Some guys and girls have the talent to actually suppress their pee.
Well.
And I don't even know why we're talking about pee in a music show. So, yeah.
Eh.
Having said that, wow, what a way to end the show.
Neon.
We're going to be capping off this episode of The Anvil. Thank you very much for taking some time off to listen to this episode. We're going to be leaving you with a song from the band Ibarra. I think they're coming up with an album very, very soon, so check out their music on Facebook. Just look for them, Ibarra. That's Ibarra.
One of the characters of
You can do it.
El
You can do it.
Filibusterismos.
Yes. What did you say? El Filibusterismos?
Yeah.
The character Crisostomo Ibarra did indeed come from one of Dr. Jose Rizal's novels, El Filibusterismo. Of course, in... no, I think it was Noli Me Tangere.
Well, I don't know.
And in El Filibusterismo, he transformed into the sort of villainous, righteously angry Simon.
I never paid attention in
Or,
school.
correct us if we're wrong. In any case, we're leaving you with a song from Ibarra called Neon Genesis. Thank you very much for listening to the 11th episode of the podcast for music fans with short attention spans. This is The Anvil. This has been The Virus. My name is Cyrus.
And I'm Regina.
See you next week. Oh, yeah.
You just heard the Anvil, the official audio heavy podcast.